What does it really mean to talk to a woman and control her mind? Not like a desperate nice guy, not like someone begging for attention, but like a strategist, a man who knows exactly what to say and why he says it. Most men fail because they talk from need. They want attention. They want approval. They want to be liked. And without even knowing it, they put themselves beneath her. Then they ask, "Why does no one take me seriously?" Today, you're going to stop that weak game. You're going to kill the habit of begging and start talking from power, not need. Because talking to a woman and truly dominating her mind is a dangerous art. And only the men who understand this become the man she cannot forget and cannot let go of. The difference was never your looks, your money, or your degree. The difference is this. Some men understand female psychology. The rest live confused, frustrated, and ignored. Welcome back to Machiavelli's Code, where we unlock the hidden laws of influence. Today, we're diving into the most dangerous art of all, how to talk to women and truly dominate their mind, not with desperation or charms, but with strategic power drawn from the world's greatest strategist, Niccolo Machiavelli. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to speak from strength, create irresistible tension, and become the man she cannot forget. If you're ready to master these Machiavellian techniques, smash that like button, subscribe to Machiavelli's Code, and ring the bell so you never miss a lesson in real-world power dynamics. Drop a comment below. What's the boldest move you've ever made in a conversation? I read every single one. Let's begin. 1. Stop talking from need. Most men open their mouths not to express power, but to beg for approval. They talk because they crave something. Validation, attention, a reaction, a sense of being wanted. And in doing so, they unknowingly betray themselves. You see, when a man speaks from need, he puts her on the throne and places himself at her feet. Every word he says is dipped in insecurity. Every message he sends screams one thing: please like me. And women? They feel that energy before you even finish your sentence. They may smile, they may respond, but deep down, something inside her shuts off. Because her instincts are whispering, "This man can't lead me. He needs me too much." Machiavelli understood this long before dating coaches existed. He wrote, "It is much safer to be feared than loved, if one has to choose." Now listen closely. This doesn't mean become aggressive or cold. It means speak in a way that commands respect before affection. Be the man who doesn't need her attention, but knows how to attract it by simply being complete without it. When you talk to a woman, don't talk to win her approval. Talk to reveal your strength, your certainty, your centeredness. Let your voice say, "I don't need anything from you. I'm already full." Women are not drawn to neediness. They're drawn to gravity. And gravity is created by a man who stands tall in his silence, firm in his purpose, and unshaken by anyone's reaction. Because here's the truth. When you stop chasing validation, you start creating tension. And tension, my friend, is where real attraction lives. This is not about being heartless. It's about being whole. You don't speak to seek approval. You speak to awaken emotion, to set the frame, to be remembered. And when you become that kind of man, she won't just listen. She'll lean in. She'll wonder. And she'll never forget how it felt to be in the presence of a man who needed nothing, and yet had everything. 2. The power of strategic silence. Most men chatter to fill the void, to hide their fears. But here's a secret the average man won't realize. Silence is your most dangerous weapon. Imagine you're in a lavish hall, candles flickering. You ask a question, then nothing. No answer. No nervous chatter. Her curiosity grows. Her mind races to fill the void. She leans forward. She listens more intently. Machiavelli knows that ambiguity breeds power. In The Prince, he praised rulers who have mastered the art of unpredictability, who allow their opponents to guess and hesitate, and then finally bow. You can apply the same principle to a conversation with a woman. Don't rush into an explanation. When she asks you a question, resist the urge to blurt out every thought at once. Don't apologize for your silence. A brief pause after you speak isn't awkward, it's sexy. Never prove yourself. Justifications are worthless. Instead, let your calm and collected presence speak louder. A thoughtful nod, a slow sip of your drink, a thoughtful glance into the distance. Every moment you wonder what she's thinking, you delve deeper into your mental world, your playground. Here's how to use silence masterfully. Pause intentionally. After making a bold statement or asking a provocative question, don't rush to fill the silence. Let her fill in the blanks. Humans hate uncertainty. When you remain vague, her mind becomes obsessed with solving your mystery. Use body language. A relaxed posture, a slight smile, or a raised eyebrow during your pause heightens the tension. All without another word. Control your rhythm. Vary your cadence. Speak quickly to excite her, then remain silent to let her excitement pulse through her veins. It's not about playing games. It's about channeling the emotional undercurrent. When you free yourself from your overwhelming need to impress, you harness an innate power, curiosity. And here, she doesn't just listen. She craves. Silence isn't a void. It's a fortress you build around your self-confidence. It's an echo chamber where attraction grows. So, stop. Observe. And let your silence speak. 3. Control your frame. When you talk to a woman, understand this. You're not just exchanging words. You're shaping reality. And in every interaction, there's a hidden war going on. Whose frame will dominate? Most men enter her world unconsciously. They adapt. They adjust. They chase her rhythm, her mood, her energy, hoping to be accepted. That's not power. That's performance. Women, they see it. They feel it. And they forget it. You were never meant to enter her frame. You were meant to draw her into your frame. Because true attraction doesn't happen when you agree with her. It happens when she feels your attraction. When you feel your mind unaffected by approval or consent. When your presence whispers, "This is how my world works. You're welcome to join, but I'm not chasing." You don't match her rhythm. You set her tone. You don't adapt to win her over. You observe. You lead. You decide. Not with arrogance, not with hubris, but with a calm, steady presence that says, "I know who I am, and I know what I can stand." Let her laugh louder than you. Let her test your mettle. Let her stir up some chaos in the air. What is your mission? Stay focused. Stay realistic. Stay grounded. Machiavelli once said, "The wise man must always follow the paths of the great and imitate those who have gone before him." The great don't seek approval. They set the standard. You determine how the conversation goes. You decide what is acceptable and what is not. Don't be afraid of silence. Don't be afraid of disagreement, because your self-worth is not on the test. Truth, the man who controls the frame is the man who controls the game, and the man who controls the game becomes unforgettable. So the next time you speak, don't just talk, control the atmosphere. Because when a woman enters a man's world and feels his emotional attraction, she doesn't just listen, she surrenders to the experience. 4. Make her feel, don't just hear. Words are cheap. Any man can string them together. But feelings? They etch their mark on her memory, even after the conversation is over. If you want to control her mind, stop reeling in facts and start igniting emotions. Don't convince her with logic. Entice her into your world through the senses she can't ignore. Ignite her laughter. Laugh with genuine warmth, not with doctored phrases. Let your sense of humor surprise her, an unexpected joke that dances between wit and sincerity. When she throws her head back and laughs freely, the barriers around her heart melt away. Sow the seeds of curiosity. Say something that raises a question, a half-finished story, a quick glance toward the horizon as you throw in a juicy detail. She'll lean in, eager to learn more, because her mind is yearning for the thrill of discovery. Create poignant pauses. After a provocative statement, breathe and remain silent. Watch her pupils dilate as she searches for your next word. That poignant pause? It's the spark that ignites attraction. Tear down walls with vulnerability. True strength isn't built on a facade. Share a glimpse of your true self, a fleeting acknowledgement of a childhood dream or a deep-seated fear. Her defenses will soften, replaced by empathy and trust. Give her security and enthusiasm. Be her irresistible paradox, a steady rock in the storm. Let your presence feel like a refuge when the world around her is turbulent, yet pulsing with enough unpredictability to make her heart race. Remember Machiavelli's wisdom. Influence comes not from argument, but from influence. Men generally rule more by the eye than by the hand, for all see, but few feel. So, create moments that not only hear her, but make her feel. A sudden turn when your words pierce her expectations. A gentle touch on her arm that lingers. A sincere compliment reveals that you truly see her true essence. Control her emotions, and you'll control how she remembers you. Let her mind pulsate with vivid pulses of emotion, the echoes of your laughter, the warmth of your gaze, the tremor of anticipation in your silence. When she closes her eyes at night, she won't repeat your sentence. She'll relive the way you made her feel, and that, above all, is absolute control over her mind. Remember, it's not about flowery sentences or sweet talk. It's about earning respect, controlling the frame, and evoking emotions that linger long after the conversation ends. Apply these principles. Speak from strength, not need. Harness the power of strategic silence. Always frame, never follow. Make her feel more than she hears. If you find value in this video, share it with a friend who needs to improve their performance. And don't forget, true mastery is built from conversation to conversation. I'm your host on Machiavelli's Code. See you next time, as we continue to decode the laws of influence.